Rami. No need for that. Oh, one second. I got a phone call.
He looks like Zolo and Conan mixed together.
So
I've put in a request to see if I can find a judge, okay?
McNulty's command, right? Or is he high command or command?
Command.
Man, Ruby, I don't know. I don't know what's going on with y'all.
What do you mean?
So, when you put this warrant out, why didn't you approve it yourself right away?
Hold on a check. Hello?
Yo.
What happened?
McNulty's the one that approved the warrant.
Okay.
And who wrote it?
Ruby wrote it. McNulty approved it.
So I'm trying to get a
Whatever, you know, like bring someone in, you know, talk to
That's
him.
what I'm
like
saying.
what?
His logic
like,
was
what happened?
His logic was this. Well, yeah, I put it out because I mean, if it's not right, you guys can appeal it.
Bro, did everyone did everyone forget why they're in Los Santos? Like I genuinely like I don't even know how to like talk about this subject. You know what I'm saying? Like it just pisses me so fucking much off that anyone like you have to be fucking retarded. That's it. Like to think any of this is okay. Like you have to be a retard.
His logic was you guys can appeal it, which he wasn't like confrontational. He's like, you know, if I made a mistake, I made a mistake, but he was cool about it. But at the same time, it's like, damn, McNulty, like you know better than this. You literally know better.
It's insane.
Well, they are trying to get a judge, so they're not,
Oh,
you know,
God.
they're not how it was like a month ago where it's like, fuck you know, they're actually trying to help get a judge and get this going, so that's good.
Yeah.
There is progress, but still, I mean, it's still just doing dumbass shit like this.
Yeah, it's just the problem is I just don't. If there was like middle ground to actually like discuss these things, like I could understand, but at this point, I'm gonna just take a sledgehammer to it.
Gotta do what you gotta do, boss.
Well, all right. Hey, I appreciate it. Give me a call if it goes to court.
Yeah.
Multiple officers saw visual of bags being thrown out. They stopped, picked up the bags, and of course, you know, scrubbed them for fingerprint. And so my whole reason for putting that out was to talk to other command to see if they can find, you know, is there enough probable cause for that or not? But the warrants were not approved at all. The one night I take off, which is last night, but there was absolutely, when I left, there were no, those warrants were not approved. And there should have been, if there was going to be any, there should have been 4 and not just 1.
And the other 4 warrants were because of DNA on bags too?
Yo.
Yeah, it was going to be a blanket charge. So
there was
that's
just
why,
a bunch of bags with a bunch of random. Did any of these bags have multiple DNA?
there were 2 bags.
That had multiple.
Yes.
Well, I mean, right off the bat, you could tell the bags are passed around, so you can't know if it came from that person.
Well, we can, because that's why we've been given a state
What was the
fingerprinter.
content of the bag? What that you DNA? What did you DNA?
Well, I can't tell you. We just DNA the outside.
I mean, he's already been sentenced to it, so you can actually.
He told me there was nothing. Jimbo told me there's nothing in the bag.
But what was it? Like a bag of what? Like what was it?
Just an empty duffel bag.
Oh, okay.
They're apparently these dudes were just throwing a bunch of bags out the car while they were running from the cops.
And you DNA tested it, and then it came back to Mr. K. But what?
But the bags had multiple DNA on them.
How do you know Mr. K was the one that
exactly.
threw it out the bag?
That's the point.
McNulty.
Because we get a take of whether DNA is fresh or not, which implies most recent touch.
Yeah, but it's still not enough.
It's within a
That's
time
enough
frame.
to bring me in and question me, but it's not enough to arrest me. And I was just arrested for it.
I mean, if you were seen, right?
I wasn't seen.
Chased,
Was he seen?
and the bag was then thrown
I
out,
wasn't
and
seen
your
and
DNA
chased.
is fresh on the bag.
But McNulty, I wasn't seen.
Allegedly was.
Okay, right there we go. Okay, that's what I mean. we can ID with that, but DNA doesn't lie, right? Whether
it does,
it's
though.
if you're, let's say you're wearing a mask or whatever.
Okay, so no
yeah.
matter what, it doesn't matter. We're sitting here for in a circle. So then let's do an open trial, the open court case then. Because if you're agreeing
That's
that
what
you
I'm gonna do. Open court.
yeah. So it doesn't matter why it doesn't show that you checked it off or not. If you checked it off,
I don't
then
know. If you guys want to get
let's
judged
take
on
this
here,
to
and
a-
they can
let's do
they
it.
can review it and be like, okay, you know,
Because he's not wrong. This sets a precedence, right? Like
and then get him
like-
reimbursed, it's whatever. But
I could go get a notebook from Carmine, throw it out the window, and by this logic, he gets a warrant and arrested.
but different if you are, allegedly there, chased, officers witness the bag being thrown out.
Right.
Yeah,
Well, you
yeah.
can, no.
If you
So it's up to the
witness me
judge, bro. We're not
if
gonna
you
agree.
witness me throwing the notebook out, it's the same thing.
If you
witness
arrest, if you
me
allegedly
driving the car masked up, and I throw a notebook out, and you pick up and find Carmine's DNA, based on the precedent you guys are setting, he should get a warrant.
Except there's a little more to it because
There isn't. The guys were masked up. You didn't know who they were. You didn't see who they
Did
were.
you make any arrests?
You didn't see where they got the bag.
okay.
The bags do not come from the place they robbed. All you
I
saw
didn't
was
make any
someone
arrests
throw a
because
bag.
I'm signing off on the warrant because I see probable cause.
Ruby, did you guys make any arrests at all on that?
On what? Sorry.
Hold on,
At that
Rami,
situation.
hold on. McNulty, what's the other different circumstances you're saying?
No, the thing is, I see where you're coming from, right? But like Rami said, we're just disagreeing, and at the end of the judge is going to stand by whomever.
No, but you said it's different now. So what do you think's different about that scenario?
Okay, like I understand your defense, but as I'm saying, there's a little something different than, yeah, if you throw a fucking bag out and with Carmine's evidence on it, for example, we would practically have to go about the same thing.
Exactly, and he would have to get a warrant put out and go to jail.
But context matters, and that as well.
But what's the context?
In both
That's what I'm
in
saying.
both cases is what I'm saying, Mr. K.
But what was the context of this one that made it different?
Yeah, you being seen, and you're
No,
hyper
stop.
focusing
Hold
on.
on. Stop saying you. I was not seen.
If your DNA is there, that's why I'm saying you.
But
Just
you're-
put
you're-
allegedly
it's
in front of it
allegedly.
whenever I say you at this point, okay?
Okay, but I was not seen. The only context is my DNA on a bag. So
Yeah, and that's
how's
the
that
most
different
recent
from,
DNA
how's that
on the
different
bag.
from seeing someone throw a notebook at the window that has his DNA? It's the same context. You seen? You
yeah,
saw,
I will agree on that,
you
but that's
saw
why
him
this is
throw a notebook out that had his DNA on it.
that's why the
Let me ask-
judge will
let me-
review
let me
this,
ask
and
you
whatever
a
happens,
question.
happens.
Let me ask you a question.
Of course.
The DNA that you guys got, was it found on scene or was it found outside the scene of what occurred?
Outside. It was just
again, I
only
can't
on the
recall.
bag.
That'd be something they'll have to answer.
Rami, it was just on a bag that they found.
I understand.
by the
I know.
highway.
I'm proving his point wrong.
I already know.
Okay.
I already know though.
So I've heard from, is it Judge Bailey that last night that looked at your warrant? He said that he approved it and that it would be him that you need to speak to if you've got
We want to do open
issues
court.
with what the thing is, he's not even in the city.
Well, tell him to wake his bitch ass up. What's the point of being a judge if he's never around? We have a bunch of judges that never wake up.
Wait. Bailey said he approved that?
Yeah, he did when I was in the cell. Decker was there.
What?
Why we have a bunch of judges that don't do their judge work? I don't understand.
Can't answer that. Got to ask the judges, brother.
What's a judge?
Good
Nah,
one.
Curtis, there's no way to get rid of the DNA.
Right. Well, I've been waiting a fucking hour for this other guy.
It'll be a quick open court. I mean, we don't. It's pretty. I don't have. It's
I mean,
just
even
you
if it was
guys.
open court, Bailey wouldn't be able to do it. I don't think the person that does the bench warrant can do the bench trial or open court for it.
But he didn't actually do it. He was just someone that.
I'm asking.
What's his name? Hit up. Jimbo, right?
No,
it
no,
wasn't
no.
like an official thing.
Nah, 46 for me.
Well, you guys requested a bench warrant, right? So if you requested a bench warrant and it was reviewed by Bailey, Bailey can't do the open court trial. At least that's my
I'm
understanding.
trying
I
to
could be wrong.
find someone.
Stop
I'm
fucking-
waiting.
What you want, man?
Hey.
Dude, I'm gonna fucking beat your ass back there. Why are you call? First off, why are you standing behind the desk like a little bitch? You ain't out here with the big boys.
Hey.
Because I'm not trying to get fired. Could you do me a favor? Could you call an ambulance for Rami, man? I think he's drowning over there. Man. He's been yapping for a
There
minute
you
now.
go. Hey,
Gets
Richard,
crazy.
deal with Carmine. Deal with
What is
Carmine,
he doing
Richard. Thank
now?
you. He's just dumb as
What was
fuck.
that about multi-tier DAP systems, Carmine?
Is you leaking again?
He told us that and about how
No.
Maven all them got fired. Maven Riker.
Oh my god, we already been over this.
He leaked it.
Wow, that's public knowledge.
He
but
leaked
anyway.
all over us.
I'm trying to get a judge, as I said.
Wow. Prime time hours on a Thursday and no judges.
I'm trying, folks.
Desk duty. On go.
Mr. K, while we're waiting, have you tried allegedly not committing crime?
I didn't do
The
it.
hell?
What's all the judges, by the way? You know their names?
Yeah, you got Justice Angel, Justice Adams, Justice Bailey. There's two new ones. I can't remember their names right off the top of my
Yeah,
head.
they both got elected in by default, and I have not seen them either.
No, they've been
the
around.
only
I've ran
one
into them a
I
few
see
times.
who's doing cases though is Angel.
There's
Yeah, I've
Justice.
got so many cases waiting on the docket right
It's
now.
honestly
insane.
ridiculous. The
Earhart?
judges are fucking everything up.
I think a lot of the judges are just working on legislation stuff and like
Yeah,
back
but
end
let's be
paperwork.
real. Like, what is how long? I mean, you ain't sitting here. You have time to fucking do a court case.
All right, so there's a court case going on now. Bailey can't do it because he's the one that, or I believe it's Bailey approved it. So I'm trying to get any other judge, and apart from Angel, I don't know anyone else. I'll just keep on asking.
Assistant Chief,
Yes, Carmine.
is there any chance I could do bailiff duty for this court case?
That would have to be something you ask the judge
If they're okay with it?
I'm okay.
if they're
with it.
okay with it.
All right.
What?
Hey,
All
hey,
right, I'll go
Ruby.
ask. I'll go ask.
I'm not on your list.
What do you think about this brick? And can you hand that back to me?
I can. Why?
Oh my god. Please hand me back that brick.
Sure. But it won't
Hey-
tell you what you're trying to find.
Hey, Mr. K, you want a brick?
That's not how
Yeah.
it works.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
That
that's
is
not-
literally how it works.
It
Ruby.
is not how
That
it
is
works.
how it works. Your DNA is
No.
now on this. If I throw this out a window, you're getting a warrant.
No,
That's how
my
DNA
DNA will not be on that.
Yes, it will be.
Unfortunately,
won't.
it won't. It's only the DNA on it. It's only gonna come off the person that throws it on the ground. So if you threw it on the ground and then he picked it up and then you picked it up and threw it on the ground, then yes, it would be. It's fucking all over the place.
And you guys write warrants for this shit.
Hey man, I didn't write a warrant.
I
just
wrote the
arrest people.
warrants.
I know.
just-
I
but-
wrote
Hey,
them.
Decker, the worst part is it's coming from command.
Well,
that's
Let's try
actually, that's
something.
actually hold on a minute. That's not true. Ruby's high command.
Yeah, worse. High command and then command approved it.
Okay, let's
Mhm.
try something. Let's
Oh.
do a little testing, all right? A little field test. Don't throw the brick. Just put it on the ground and then have one of them check whose DNA is the freshest. Don't throw it. Just put it on the ground.
Go ahead, run the brick.
What do you? Off you go then, Decker.
Wait,
What, I just got a free
Wanna
brick?
do it?
All the way.
I don't want to do anything with the brick. I just want to hold on.
What
to it.
the hell? It's to prove whether or not the system's flawed.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You just took a brick.
Dude, if the system's flawed, then we need to talk to the state about the fingerprint machine that they gave
Well,
us.
that's why we're gonna do a test right
yeah,
now.
but we
to see
can't.
if it's
That's
flawed.
not. Yeah, but I don't think this is the time or the place to do it.
I think it is if it resulted in a false arrest.
Well, it's
the
not a
perfect
false
time.
arrest.
This is
It
the
is a
exact.
false arrest. What do you mean? You guys have no proof that it was actually me.
We have your fingerprints
You have
on the
reasonable
bag.
suspicion, no probable cause.
There's thousands of people in the city. It's a bag. He
What?
could have sold that shit on Etsy.
We have Etsy.
I hope so. I buy so many knickknacks off of that shit.
I'm sure you have.
What's that supposed to mean?
So Ruby, you're standing by this. Like, you agree with this warrant?
No. So from my point of view, I was having a discussion with command about whether this kind of thing should be pushed or not. And the way to get a discussion moving is to put a pending warrant that is not approved.
There was no discussion.
I was
though.
having, yeah, no, there was discussion on the
Let me
warrant.
ask you this question, because this is what
Yeah,
confused
okay,
me.
but
And honestly,
all right.
I don't mean to be rude, but this is why sometimes I think you guys are lazy as fuck or just stupid as fuck. Hear me out. When you first find a bag and you see it has my
Richard, why is Zolo Levy's DNA on this brick?
Why would it be Zolo's? You said it was the freshest person's.
It says
Because
Zolo
you
and Mr. K. It's whoever
Yeah.
See
picked
what
up
I'm saying?
recently. Whoever threw on the ground
so
recently.
you can't.
I
you
had
don't-
it.
Point, I ain't gonna
Alright,
lie.
well,
I
listen,
had-
No,
let me get back
you
to
put
my
it
point.
down.
Let me
You're
get
not
back-
listening, Richard. You put it down.
Let me get back to my point. When you find this bag and you run it and it has my DNA on it, you're around, I'm around, apparently, right? As you think, because you put a warrant out, so you already think it's me. Why don't any of you call me to bring me in for questioning? See where I was.
Okay,
Find a hole
I
in my
understand
story.
that.
No, you don't, because you guys never do it. And then you just put out these bullshit lazy warrants instead of going the extra step, calling the person or doing an investigation to really fucking solidify it. Instead, you guys take the lazy route and just throw out a warrant. This is why people don't respect you guys. I'm trying to help you here. If you guys just go the extra step, there'll be a lot less bitching and moaning from people. But you guys leave a lot of loopholes and just say, fuck it, let's just do it because we can. And you know if you're not around, they're going to get charged for it anyway. And you know there's no fucking judges, so if they try to appeal it, it's going to be 5 fucking weeks. You know what I'm saying? You guys are feeding into the shitty cycle that has already happened over and over again. That's why you got 54 cases you're waiting for.
Ruby, I think you could frame somebody with that because my DNA wasn't on that brick.
Okay.
Three
Everyone
of
good?
us held it.
I'm good, but you see what I'm saying? Like, am I making sense? If you guys just call me, I would glad. If you ever call me, I'm coming
Yes
down
and
for
no.
questioning.
Yes and no.
Yeah, but it's part of your job. Like, if you have reasonable suspicion, you call me in and question me. I'll be down here. You
But
can question me.
I had more than reasonable
if
suspicion.
I'm like, oh
I
yeah,
had
I was at
probable
Burger
cause.
Shot, and they're like, no, you weren't, because I got this guy that said you were here at that time, or whatever.
All right, so I'm not getting any response from a judge at all.
Typical.
There's only one, and he's in court right now.
Who?
Judge Weiss.
Let's have him do it right after.
It's the middle of the day on a weekday and there's no judges.
That's every day.
This ain't the weekend. This is a work week.
It is a work week.
All right, just I guess let us
Decca.
know when there's a judge.
If you found a bag with my DNA on it, would
I
you
didn't
call me
find
to-
a bag. I didn't find a bag. I saw a bag
Doesn't-
being thrown out
Ruby,
of a car,
Ruby,
of which I
Ruby.
followed from a robbery.
That doesn't matter. Why not
It
just
does
call
matter.
me down? Why put out these lazy ass warrants that you know nobody's gonna be able to fight? Because majority of the time when a warrant's out, they get arrested when the person who wrote it is not even around, and you know there's no judges, and you know there's no court cases happening because you said yourself you have a bunch of cases that you're waiting to fucking get done. That's been forever. You guys feed into the dog shit cycle that we're stuck in. Instead, you could have just called me down. Maybe I would have fucked up, and boom, you would have got me or something. Allegedly, if I did it. But
Okay,
instead,
and-
you guys
and
take
so
the, you
what?
guys take the cheap route and just, all right, I'm gonna do this, that, and the third. I'm just gonna do it. Fuck it, because I can. They'll appeal it. Hey, they could always appeal it, but you guys know very well, no, most people can't even appeal shit. Appeals usually don't even happen, and if they do happen, nobody even fucking remembers what happened by the time the court happens. Just saying, go take the extra step. Why not?
All right.
That's it. Because we may not even be here right now. If you just
Yeah,
called
but-
me.
All right.
know what's funny is I preached about communication when I was a lawyer, and clearly that's still the issue.
Well, it definitely goes both ways, don't you think?
How does it go our way
Well,
though? If you're the
there's
one
no way
pressing the
for
warrant.
me to even know. Yeah, until I'm like. So by the way, I wasn't even. I got shot down. GSR negative. I was about to let go, and they said, "Oh wait, you have a warrant." So I didn't even get caught doing a crime. I was a victim of some shit, and then arrested because I had a warrant, and I couldn't even do anything because no one was around. And then I have to go through the time and sit there, and I mean, Decker knows there's a whole thing. And then it's like, oh, just appeal it. Oh, yeah, let me just appeal it.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, no, I recommended open court.
Yeah, which we can never do because there's no judges ever.
Well, I've tried several times to get a judge. As I said, there only seems to be the one in the city right now.
Do you know how long that case has been going?
Probably about 10 minutes.
I've been here longer than 10 minutes.
I can just have him make a
Okay,
state
it
announcement.
was
Just have
a
him make a state announcement.
schedule case?
We'll head over there.
Yeah, it's a state announcement. You can see it says by Judge Weiss.
No. But he's saying, is he able to do this today, or is this gonna have to be like a?
I don't know. I'm trying to get a response. I mean, I can only, send so many emails.
Did Grace ever call you?
Yes.
Man, I don't understand how we never have judges.
I think a lot of them quit.
Well, I mean, the dog shit ones, yeah.
Well,
Where's Almighty Angel?
maybe taking the night off. I don't know. I'm sorry.
Just call them in for some overtime. Give them double pay.
So why can't Judge Bailey do it?
Because he was the one that reviewed the bench warrant. Or, well, bench reviewed the warrant.
Yeah, well, fuck that. Let's just get this shit going.
Right, but
Yeah,
if he
but
finds
he'll just find you guilty.
Yeah, if he agrees to the PC and the warrant, then that makes him inherently biased towards you.
I don't
Yeah,
really care. Let's just do the case.
No, but what they're saying, Kay, is if he's the one
He would
that
be
already
found
approved
guilty.
it, he's gonna
You,
plead guilty right
you
away.
will lose.
Yeah.
So you need somebody who didn't approve it.
That's what I'm trying to find somewhere
They're not
else.
even like,
Okay, listen, okay. if he finds
bro,
there's enough
do
to
we
make-
just hire like fucking brain deads to like?
No,
I don't
listen,
understand.
Kate, I'm explaining it to you, right? If the judge looks at this warrant and he says, "Yeah, there's enough to arrest him on the PC here," and we arrest you, and that same judge is to place judgment
I
on
understand,
you.
but how did this dumb fuck even approve this shit?
What? I don't know. That's why we have a step system. If they approve a warrant, then that means you can still appeal it.
I don't. How is this a what do you call it? A bench what?
A bench review.
So what does that entail? Because I've never even seen this
He
dude
just
or
looks at
talked to him.
He looks at the report and the evidence, and he decides if there's enough evidence to say there's enough for arrest.
What the fuck? That dude needs to be fired.
Is Mr. K's turmoil making you peckish, Decker? What are you munching
That dude
on
actually
there?
needs to be
Ice.
fired. If,
You're eating
if we have
ice.
a judge
I had
that's
iced
just
tea,
saying
so-
oh my god, this dude clearly doesn't even know how the shit works. He probably don't even know how the fucking the DNA it just works in general. This is the problem. This is the exact problem.
I mean, I think the point is really that like context matters and having all the details matters, because right now he based his review off of what officers provided as evidence. He doesn't have your side.
So I'm
Right,
saying,
which is
like,
why-
wouldn't he put the effort in to come just at least show his face and?
No, that's why, well, show his face maybe, but like what I'm saying is a bench review is to review the PC of the warrant. There's nothing more to it besides reading the warrant itself. So if he says there's enough PC, the warrant goes through, but you're still allowed to bench trial it
Man.
or appeal it.
All right, so I'm going to go to the court
I don't know how
and see how
people
long
blame
this
us for the
case is
problems
going
of
to
the
take
city
and see if he
when
is
you can
available
clearly
straight
see
after.
the problems of the
There's
city.
no one else replying. All right.
That's insane. We just had fucking elections, and these motherfuckers don't even wake up.
I don't think this shit would ever
That's
be
crazy.
fixed.
Okay, this shit was. Hey, this
I think the
this shit's
city
been a
is
problem
just,
since
like,
I've been a lawyer.
Fucked at its core. I know. I was calling this
Yeah.
shit out. Fucking. It's always the same issue.
Duty.
The problem is you got the people that make the big decisions don't even wake up in the city, so they don't even know how the fucking city works. That's the problem.
Yeah.
I mean, we
How
What's
can a
the car
judge
go?
sit there and be like, "Yep, this is good"?
did just learn.
Like, can he
something about
not put together
DNA.
like, okay, yeah, exactly, Richard, that brick,
But
I can
he-
go throw that, and whoever's DNA's on there.
Yeah, but even if that judge approved it, there should still be a judge
Would
that
you say,
should
yo,
respond.
give me a notebook, Rami. My pockets are full. Just put it on the ground.
I don't
And
even
then
have a
I
notebook.
throw this at a car. You're getting a warrant.
Yeah.
No. It was the other way around.
Well, now his DNA's on it now.
I mean, Decker literally just proved your point because you gave him the thing and then he said there's 5 DNA things on it, but he said it was you. Yeah. Yeah, it's just. It makes me wish Nino was there.
No, if you put it on the ground too, it works.
Yeah.
Alright, let's go.
Just...
I don't know where
But
our
if you
car
hand
went.
it, it doesn't.